Okay. We got everything there. We're waiting in here.
What brought you to the conclusion that you needed to come up on my scale like that?
On your scale? Well, I had to go through the scale, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What's that stop sign mean?
Stop, and I did stop for like 3 or 4 seconds. That's what a stop sign is to me.
Stop 3 or 4 seconds.
Yes, sir, I did.
You didn't read the big sign. The big sign tells you what to do next. It doesn't tell you to come on the scales while there's another truck on the scale.
Well, I don't know which sign you refer to.
The big sign that says truck forward, things like that. I don't know if you've got a bundle of money to just dump into paying for a new set of scales, but you should realize that pulling one truck on the scales, you're not supposed to put 2.
Nobody told me that before, and I've been
Nobody's ever told
hundreds
you
of
you're
scales.
not supposed to? Really?
No, sir. Yeah.
I drove for 12 years, and every scale house told me you don't pull on the scales when there's another truck on the scales. Maybe you just haven't been going to the nice scale.
Maybe.
Okay, you have a lease agreement, but it's not signed by both parties. Is there a different lease agreement in there?
No, it's like I'm leasing from my own company, and I'm both parties. I own the truck, I own the company.
Okay.
It only
You
requires
have
my
the company
signature.
and you as the president, and you don't have you.
It's still me.
No, it's 2 parties, 2 different groups. You're an individual that owns a truck. You have to have a lease agreement between you and the company that you're operating at.
Yes, sir.
And
that's
This is between,
the one I'm using for like at least 10 years or 8 years.
this is this company, and then you as the owner of the truck.
I can sign it, no problem. It doesn't take anything, any time or any effort. But I don't see that as an issue. And I've been to Oklahoma before. I was stopped. I was checked. They've checked that and it was fine. Everybody was fine with it. Now it's the first time I'm hearing that I have to sign twice for the same paper.
What do you think if you went to the judge and talked to the judge, that the fact that this is only signed by the company and not by you?
I don't have a problem, sir. If you just want to give me a hard time, that's fine.
I'm not giving you a hard time. I'm talking to you about the legal obligations
I see
that you have.
the second I showed up, you tried to teach me a lesson. Okay, I'll take the lesson. If I have to go to judge, I'll go to judge. I don't.
You think that?
Like I said, if you want to keep the judge busy, that's fine. I'll go keep the judge busy for signature. If you want me to sign it, I'll sign it again. I'll sign it as many times as you want. I don't see that as an issue. You just want to make that as an issue. That's fine.
You don't see it as an issue, and the legal documentation has to be signed by both parties.
No, I see it a bit ridiculous that I have to lease my own truck to my own company. I mean, I'm leasing my truck to myself, and I have to sign like 2, 3, 4, 5 times the same paper.
Well, this is signed by. This is signed.
Do it, no problem.
This is signed by.
Please don't disrespect me, sir. Okay, no, don't whisper.
I'm fixing to disrespect you really loud, nasty, and odd. If you don't
treat me like a
speak.
criminal, please. Okay, go ahead.
Do I get to speak, or are you going to
Yes,
continue
but
to speak?
you don't get to whisper
Stop.
like I'm a dog.
Stop talking, please.
That's a different story. Yes, thank you. I will stop.
You haven't yet.
Don't treat me like a dog, though, please.
I'm fixing to treat you like real bad, and I'm going to get nasty and mean and talk real loud and be really uncool about it. You're just not listening to me.
I'm listening, sir. Go ahead.
Okay. In order for this to be a legal document, it has to be signed by both parties.
Okay.
You as the owner of the truck and the company as itself. That's 2 different parties.
Yes, sir.
I understand that you're the company. I understand that. I got that part.
Okay.
And what I was trying to tell you, as you as the company actually have to sign a lease agreement between yourself and the company that you're operating is because federal law shows that as 2 different entities.
Definitely, yes.
And when you go through and write your lease agreement, You actually have to sign it as two different entities.
No problem, I will sign it again if I have to, yes.
Because it is an issue.
Yes, sir.
And the issue can cost $125.
No problem. If I have to fix the issue, I'll fix the issue. If I made a mistake, I'll pay for it. But just don't treat me like a dog, please, sir.
I wasn't treating you like a dog. You just kept interrupting when I was speaking and explaining to me that you didn't think it was an issue and it wasn't necessary for me to be telling you about this.
When you whistle at me like that, or you yell at me that I got on the scale with my 12,000 pounds front axle and the other truck had like maybe 20,000 pounds on his two-vehicle trailer,
You're not supposed
trying to make that an issue.
You're not supposed to approach the scales until the sign tells you. And in every scales that you operate, you do not ride the bumper of the next truck up on the scales.
All right.
I have been all over the country, and that has always been an issue, and you always got your butt chewed out about it.
Never seen a broken scale by one truck with the front axle on the scale.
While another truck, did you know how much he weighed?
The other truck, I saw two vehicles on his, definitely not close to 34,000 pounds.
So you estimate the scales, and you take care of the scales, and you have to pay all that big money, and you know exactly how the scales operate,
That's the thing,
because you're into this deal, and you know exactly how it works.
I know it can hold easily 34,000 pounds and way above that, but we don't need
give
to,
me your bill of
we don't
lading.
need to go
We're going to have no more discussions
technical on
about
that.
this. Can you driver's license? I'll go ahead and issue this citation. You'll post a bond of $125, and then you can talk to the judge about whether we're right or right. Yes, you're going to have to post a bond of $125 today, please.
And do I have to pay now here?
Yes. Credit card, com check, T-check, TFS.
No problem. Credit card.
Okay.
If we're paying 125 to be treated like a dog and whistle at.
You keep the dog thing up, I will.
Yeah, because you're
And
very
when
unprofessional,
people start going
sir.
off and they start doing this, you can only get so much attention.
That's really unprofessional. I don't know if they pay you to
I
do
can
that.
show you-
If you want to train dogs, then you work in the wrong place, sir.
You're fixing to step over a boundary and really piss me off.
Yeah, that's not what I'm trying to, sir.
See,
That's
I
not
do
what I'm
that.
trying to.
I do that
You
to
do that-
everybody.
You
and
do that
if
to
you
your
don't
family,
stop,
sir. You don't.
you don't stop and shut up now. Okay? Can we go from there?
Oh yeah, we can, but like I said,
Then stop talking.
treat me. Try.
I got all day.
Okay, that's fine.
You have all day?
I do.
Okay.
Matter of fact, yeah.
Once you stop, I'll
stopped, sir.
I'll get
I
busy.
stopped.
You haven't.
That's fine.
I am not treating you like an animal.
Well, that's how it feels when you whistle at people. You don't whistle at people. If you want to treat your family like that,
Okay,
if you
it's
go-
either me whistle to try to get your attention or me raise my voice. Which one do you want it to be?
I don't care, sir. It's
No.
whatever
You
you want
want
to
to
do.
tell me how my conduct works?
No, well, I don't
You're
care how it works,
dictating,
like
you're
I said.
dictating my conduct and telling me how to do my job.
No, sir.
You're telling me I'm
not
unprofessional.
Me like that. Don't
I
treat me
wasn't
like that, 'cause
disrespecting you
I'm
until
not a
right
dog.
now when I'm just playing this game because you've annoyed me.
Well, if that's your job to play games, I'm sorry. I feel really bad for Oklahoma State paying you for playing games with us. We have a job to do.
I
I'm
haven't
sorry.
done this in a long time.
That's good. It's good. Too bad you're doing it now, sir. Too bad. Sad, actually.
If you finish telling me how bad I am,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, just tell me some shit, man. 05. I'm still waiting for citation.
So where are you going to?
Chelsea, Massachusetts.
$200 fine.
What are y'all?
Organic spinach.
I just called. I just called.
That's a whole load of spinach.
Yes, sir. It is 28 pallets.
Back to you.
It's a lot of spinach. So if you could please, when you come up on the scales,
I'm sorry?
if you could please, when you come up on the scales next time,
Yes, sir, no problem.
to please wait your turn.
No problem. I did learn my lesson. That's an issue. I didn't realize until now. I've been driving for 15 years. Like I said, if I made a mistake, I'm willing to pay for it. I'm sorry if that offended you.
It didn't offend me. It's just that the scales are not as unfragile as people think. And if you don't comply to follow the rules on when coming on the scales, you could possibly break it, and it could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars to repair it, because they'll have you fix it.
That's correct. That's why we carry good insurance. Because we break things, we do damages. That's right.
And you picked them up from Borton and Son?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's got it in his hand, pointing the camera right at me. Okay. Yeah, I know. All right.
Not illegal, right?
What's that?
That's not illegal, right?
You're supposed to tell the other party if you're going to record.
If you want to, yes. But if not, if you want to, yes, definitely. If not, it's not a requirement. That's by Supreme Court. Yes, sir. It is. It's a public. If it's a public place, you.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, that's up to you. I don't really care. So when you go to court, there'll be copies of all this with it. And it'll show on the deal here. I'll make copies of the DOT and the lease agreement.
Yes, sir.
And it'll show where there's no signature by the owner of the truck.
All right.
Okay? And the next time when an officer talks to you, I'm not going to talk to you bad unless you talk to me bad.
I didn't disrespect you, sir. I didn't whistle. I didn't yell. I didn't use any cuss words.
You did disrespect me. You debated whether my deal was wrong. You debated whether my decision and telling me that it was an unnecessary thing and it's not an issue.
It's my opinion, sir. I'm
Well,
sorry.
I understand,
I'm
but
sorry.
I was trying to explain it to you, and you kept interrupting me, telling me how it wasn't important. When that's what I'm supposed to do here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take a statewide any day of the week. Oh, yeah, I'll burn that all.
Yeah.
He had me tracking the tractor. No, I mean, it's just a point of, Okay, you can't prove it.
I'll be wrong with that. You have a safe day, sir.
Yes, ma'am, you too.
Thank you.
And yes, I do that to everybody that gets upset. I don't train dogs. Because sometimes most people, unless you do something other than yell and scream, will continue on because they don't want to change their mind about what you're doing.
Oh, I see. That's fine. Go look at the- Is this the registration for the truck?
I think this trailer, truck.
This is truck.
Do you need the information over what the legal requirements are for a lease agreement?
Oh yeah, sure. I'd like to have them.
Joey, what's the policy on that so he can look it up?
What's that?
On the lease agreement? You remember the numbers? Do we have anything on it? This thing's going slow. That. That.
376.1.
There you go, there's the general lease agreement.
Thank you.
You got that part? As soon as this thing pops up, I can print it for you.
Hello?
You might have to go outside, so this building doesn't work very well.
Okay. Yeah, what's going on?
Okay, so everything else is good besides that the missing signature. That will fix my
All you
problems
have
for
to
the
do-
future.
All you have to do on this part
Just put another signature next to
is
my old one.
put
Okay.
owner
Okay.
and sign your name down here. And as far as the truck listings go, you have the VIN numbers correct. You have the number for the truck correct. It shows the cost and expense, all that stuff. And your IFTA is in the company name. So that's not an issue. Other than that, that's all you need to do on that part.
All right.
Put back together again.
I'll put them because they have their own place. I'll put them back, no
That's
problem.
up to you. I always try to put the book back together again so I don't make a mess.
Ah, Joey.
I think I get pretty quiet. Have to throw them in the shredder.
I think so.
Okay. Your copy to the court form. Sign down here, it just shows that you received a copy, doesn't show that you're guilty of anything. Okay. If you get stopped again in Oklahoma while you're in Oklahoma, you show them this, you have until midnight tonight.
Very good. How you doing?
Okay, now I'll sign it right away so we don't have this issue again.
Yeah.
No problem.
Just make sure that you put owner
Yes, sir.
and then sign down below it.
Good.
But if you get stopped again, you show them this and they won't reissue citation on the same thing. This is a receipt for the 125. Shows the court date here when you go to court. It's written to the company, not you. You're listed as driver's information. No points on your driving record, nothing on your company safety record. These are civil assessment for not having a valid lease agreement. Okay?
Okay.
Let me put this one on here. Just make sure you get that one signed. And that'll take care of everything. And please, when you come across the scales, wait your turn.
Definitely. Have a good one.